So good day, puppy lovers. Today I have this little one here. Frimus. Frimus is a little 8-year-old poodle. No, 10-year-old poodle. And she's in good need of a good groom. So today we're going to be shaving her down. She's very knotted up. If you have a look, I would not be brushing this today. Look at this. It was all too curly, too matted up, knotted up, and in her legs here she's got some matting going on over here too. So what we're going to do is we're going to shave her first and then put her in the bath. She's a little nervous about this whole situation here, and I'm going to shave her face, and I'll show you how I shave her face. They want her face completely shaved. They don't want the top knot, that poodle top knot. So I'm gonna go really, really short around her eyebrows. They want her eyes and eyebrows really, really short up here. See, they already cut some of that off. So she's gonna look like she's in a flat forehead. So I'm gonna give her a 13 millimeter length on the top of her head, and so I am going to get the groom going, and we'll stop and slow down the video when I feel the need to explain something. So when you're shaving down a dog, you always got to be sure. See around here, I can feel her bones on her back here. So I'm making sure that I'm not pressing down on her skin and her back, because I'm going to be catching her spine, right? So what I'll do when they're thinner like this, it's just a little thinner. Not bad, but you can still feel the back. So what I'll do is I'll try to pull her skin to one side and do it on the side instead of doing it straight on her back like that. Or you just go lightly, but I'll just pull to the side, pull the skin to the side, pull the skin to the side. That doesn't hurt, just so that I don't catch that bone. She gets her tail shaved today. I'm just going to shave that little nub here. And then we're going to get into some of these little mats. So it's always good to go in the direction of the way the hair is growing and come outwards and try to get those mats out. Okay? We're going to go down here like this. And usually what I do here, whoops, I'll flip my clipper and use it in the other direction. I'll go upwards. And then I like to do upwards on the sides here too. I will lock the knee, holding the knee's locked. She can't fold anything. So she's locked into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up slowly and lightly to get into that area here. Because if you're going downwards, this, you don't get all of that in there. You just got to be really careful though. But this is how I like to do it. I'm going in the other direction. Then I'll do the same thing up here, come in the other direction, upwards, in the back. On the inside, sorry, of the leg. Upwards, and I'll do the same thing in the front. So the legs get shaved in the opposite direction. That's just how I do it, how I like to do it. I think it makes for a nice clean shave. Of course, this is the pre-shave, like the shave before going in the bath, so nothing's perfect now. But she'll get a second shave as soon as I'm done drying her and getting her prepped for that. I'm going to give her a second shave. So let's move on. See what I'm saying? If you go downwards, just down, you got all that hair that stays. What is that? I'm gonna get rid of all of that. She's got something dangling here. She's got, oh geez, what is that? I have to cut it off. I don't want to pull on it. That. So I'm just gonna continue the glue here. So Frimousse is very tiny. She's got bones, like you can feel her bones everywhere. So when you use the clipper on these little ones, you really have to kind of float above the skin, not getting into the skin. It's best to just like float on top of that hair on top of the skin. So we're gonna do underneath her neck here. If there's any tugging, don't, you know, it's not good to just pull into it. Just come back with your blade and softly, gently come back in. So we're gonna do chest area here. My head's not in the way. Back, slowly. Turn the ear, flip the ear around. We gotta get all of that out of there. All of that. See if it's pulling, you just come back out. No need to yank. Okay? That would pull too much, wouldn't it? There, so we just like float in on top of her skin. Oh, is that a burp? She just burped. I guess that's anxiety. I'm gonna lift her up. My blade's still okay. You gotta check that blade once in a while. If it's not okay, you gotta change it for another one. I'm using a 7F in case I didn't mention it. So under her arms. We're going to put my mask back on. And I'm going to come right down, straight down. Okay, I don't know how she's going to take this, but there's some matting in there. Try to get in closer. Closer here. See, there's some matting. So I'm going to go in slowly. If you can't do it one way, if it gets stuck, you can try in another direction. And if that's still not working, you can actually come back in the reverse. So I go in reverse, come back down, and now I got the mat. See? See, there's this mat here. It's just coming on top of that mat. And I'll come back in and pull that out. There you go. There's no real law for this. You just gotta work your blade. Work it around the puppy. Okay, here you gotta be really careful. I'm feeling that blade, okay? I'm gonna switch up my blade. I could easily use some coolant, but I just switched the blade. I just switched the blade for another one. I have two. I always try to run on two of each blade. I always have a spare. So she's really tiny, so we really want to be really careful on those little bones. So I'll continue the rest and I'll come to the face. Oh, my phone rang. Okay, so let's continue this. Get her all cooked up so I can put her in the bath. Okay, Mus. You're not too happy with this? Let's lift you up. See what's going on in the belly. And you come in the opposite direction underneath here. We'll do that. Now you don't want to come in like that because they have a flap here, this little thin flap. If you come in like that, then you're going to catch the flap between those teeth. You don't want that. All right, all right. So I'm gonna do her face. I'm gonna show you how I do her face. Okay, I'm gonna come in with the blade. Show me your face. I want to check her teeth. Okay, so she's got bad teeth. Her teeth are bad. So you got to be really careful when their teeth are bad like that. When you're holding the muzzle area, her whole mouth, you got to be careful. So come in with the corner here. And then just shade it out. Shade face, yeah. I knew it was shade face, but so I come in with this side. You can come in this side too. But that's, you know, to each his own. As long as it's just the corner. You come towards the tip of her nose. Like that. Okay? Just like that. And I'm gonna come down. Down. I don't want to go any further than where, you know where her eye is here, where it comes in, like the eye socket. The eyeball is right there. I'm going to go underneath that. Just go down. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm holding her gently. And I'm not going to go any further than there. If there's hair there later on, I'll just take it out with a little pair of scissors. And I'm going to actually keep a little bit of her chinny chin chin so that I can have some wiggle room and hold her, be able to hold her when I'm doing her head or whatnot, because I need to have control of her head. So I'm just going to come in, fold her ear back, and come around her eye, right here, to the ear, eye to the ear. Take all of that off, okay? Take all of that off. The rest will be done later with the scissors. Okay? Same thing on this side. I'm just going to come to flip her ear that way backwards. And I'm going to come from the corner of her eye, just to the middle of her ear here. And just take that off. Slowly. Oh, my battery is dying. Can you hear that? Oh, dying. Dying battery. So what are we going to do now? Close it, tie her back up, and I'm going to pull out my extension cord here. Plug it back in. And that's what I like about this, about the wall clipper, this one here, because it's, you don't have to set it on a charger and then wait for it to charge. You can actually just keep working. You plug it back in. There you go. All right, let's continue doing her face. I'm going to keep a little bit of this. Come down underneath. Come in sideways because she has these flaps here. I don't want to come down that way too much. You've got to be really careful. There you go. Good girl. Thank you. Yeah, and later I'll show you how to get into there without nipping the lip. So I'm going to cut around her ears, put her in the bath, and then I'll be right back. So Frimousse is back from her bath. She had her 2 shampoos and 2 facials as usual. That's how I proceed. So I'm going to dry her up a bit and we're going to look at her eyes. I think they're fine. Really? You want me to give you a little more? Hang on. Wiggle room. Do you want to shake? Oh, thank you. Oh, gotta get those ears. She's spraying everywhere. So I'm going to clean out her eyes and her ears, as I usually do, right after the bath. Look at the sun. You're shaking, girl. Huh? You're shaking a little, girl. I just ran out of my eye cleaner. There's only a little left. Last bag of the day. Here's my eye cleaner. Like this. Can I see your face? We'll get into your face here. So her face isn't very dirty. I gave her a good shave and I soaped it up pretty much. She's got some soap in there. I'm gonna cut the rest off. Get the poopies, there's a little bit of poopies there. Just cut the rest off with some scissors. That's how you do it. Yep, that's how you do it. She is going to need a little bit of cream on her nose. You want to do that now? That should help. My cream. Where's my cream? Give me a second. My cream. Here's my cream. This is Paw Magic. It's safe. It's just like coconut oil and shea butter and whatnot. I like to use this on their pads, this little cream here. I like to use it on the tips of the noses when, look, see how cracked it is? She's getting old, right? So I don't know if you can see that. See, it's like cracked. Her little nose is cracked. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of that cream on there. That's gonna feel good. Why does it feel good? Kisses. Nice Julie kiss from you. All right, so I got rid of that. Not got rid of it, but more or less I fixed that the best I could. So we're gonna get some eye cleaner, ear cleaner, drop it on the ground. Oh, I'm all over the place today. I don't know what's up with me. Squeeze that in. I'm gonna flip her ear like this. Look down inside that ear. I'm gonna pull out a little bit of the hair here so that I can cut it. I can also pluck if I want to. You can pluck the ears as long as you're getting the inside of the ear. Don't get the hairs that are around the rim here. The root is a lot deeper, but the hairs on the inside, I like to take them out sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. Depends. She had pretty much a lot in there, so I want to get in there and see, get it nice and clean, get in deeper. Nice and clean. All right, toss that over. I'm going to use the clean one. I never use the same pad. Unless you use one side and then the other side, but in general, I like to use two pads. So I'm going to pull this out here, like pull it straight out like that, so that I can just snip that off. Maybe pull some of it out. It's not too slippery, because when it's slippery, I like to use an ear powder for the ears. You're good. Just a little out, and we're going to clean that ear, okay? Hang on. Gotta get in there. Swirling round and round and round and round. All right, I'll finish getting her ready, and I'm going to dry her. Okay, so before I dry her, I just saw something here. Back here, she has poopies back there that are stuck. So I'm going to come in with my flea comb. I'm going to just pull it away from her little anus. Pull it away. If it doesn't come off, it's okay. I'm just pulling it away. And then I'll come in with my scissors, very slowly and carefully taking out the poopies, okay? Now, since there's still a little bit of length on the poop where the poopies were, I'm going to wash that area again here. I did scrub with soap and whatnot, but that was stuck there. So I'm just going to take my baby wipe and I'm going to wash her little bum. Like that. You're not enjoying that, are you? Huh? Okay. Wash the bum. Might as well use the little towelette for cleaning out my tools, and as usual, alcohol. Spray that down especially because I went to the poopy area. All right, let's get her dry. See, so check her out. Look at Primus. What you doing, huh? What you doing? What kind of groomer is this? I'm a weird groomer, aren't I? Making you look like that. That's pretty funny. Okay, we'll make her look a lot better than that. Alright, so I'm going to brush out the top of her head. And again, we're using a slicker brush. Slicker brushes don't have those little plastic ends, right? So the slicker brush helps to fluff up and takes a lot of the knotting out. Tangles the knotting. So I'm just going to take her here and I'm going to pull upwards like that. This little head is sensitive. If I'm to brush on top of that head, that'll turn red in no time. So what I'm doing is you just want to lift upwards, 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 upwards like that. So there's a lot of knotting in there too. Not that bad, but it's just everywhere. So just got a really big one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it and I'm going to brush on my finger. I'm holding it so that it doesn't pull the root out. Okay? There we go. We don't want a red head. No. We don't want your little head to turn red. Brush lightly around the ear. Here's an area with the slicker brush that you can cut her. So you don't want to cut, right? You just want to lightly tug like that to get those little knots out, because she had some knots there. Oh, another burp. She's been burping, she's stressed. Is that the nerves, little one? Slowly around the ears like this. These little ear leathers are so sensitive. You gotta be careful. It's happened to me where I was brushing a dog and then whoops. Actually, it was my dog. It was my little Samuel. You're gonna fly away with those ears. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys also something here. I'm just gonna flip this around. Hang on. She has really bad matting under her feet. Okay, so we're gonna come in here and look at this. Put the brush away. It's always good to keep a nice clean table when you're working. Okay, hang on. Oh. I'm gonna need this part if you can hear. There, alright, let's check this out. See these feet? Come in closer. I need to zoom. I need to get to zoom in. Wish I could zoom in. Pose right here. I'll zoom her in. Look at that foot. See, there's a lot of matting in there. I haven't seen her since January and we're going on June. It's what, the 30th today? May 30th? 31st? Is it 30th? 29th? 30th? So yeah, that's what's going on with her foot. All of her feet are like this. And not only that her feet are like that, so here too, her nails. You'll see once I get rid of all of that, you'll see how long those nails are. See the nails? She's in desperate need of having those feet done so that she can feel comfortable again. It's really important to get the nails done and keep these feet free of this stuff. Really important. If the nails, you let them grow too long, then the nails will end up curling. And when she walks on those nails and then it pushes and it forces her knuckles in a different position and that causes pain. And I think she's like this for too long. Even once you cut the nail, the knuckle will end up staying permanently like that. And that's a lot of pain. I can only imagine that's a lot of pain. So there are two ways that you can go about this. We're going to try with the clipper, but I'm also going to use scissors if necessary. I prefer not using scissors because it's so easy to cut. Sometimes you gotta go in. I'm gonna use scissors, a little round point like that. Little scissors, not big scissors. not recommend big scissors. So I'm gonna change up this blade to a 30 blade. Use a 10 blade if you feel more comfortable. I'm at ease with 30. I'm going to just right above, I'm not gonna dig in. I don't want to dig in. So I'm just gonna take what is right at the pad, okay? And I'm gonna come around because I want to show every single toe here. So I'm gonna work around every toe. See that one there? There. Now I'm gonna come in and see if there's any matting. And there's nothing. Oh, look at those toes. You like a tickle, huh? Like the tickle toes? She's spreading her toes. I think she liked that. So just clean all around the toes. There you go. Let's do the other one. Come in closer. Just closer. Closer, closer. So just flat like this. I'm not digging into the pads. I'm not coming in into the pad. I'm just floating flat on that toe, on that foot. So we want to see this toe, so I'm going to come around on the side like that just a bit. Go around all of her toes. All of her toes. Pull that out like that. You need to, you can do that. And check for any knotting, any mats. There's none. She's all good. There. All around. There. That's a clean foot. There. Let's do the next one. There, closer so you can see. Look at all that. And then flat. You can come in from one side, the other side. You don't always have to go in the same direction, right? I'm going to pull all of that out, see what's going on. No matting. If there was a mat in there, I would go in there with my scissors, but in this direction, flat away. I wouldn't cut like that. You don't want to catch those toes. So I'm going to go all around her toes. But, again, you need this toe here. Come on, show me your face, toe. There. Got all those toes done. Last but not least, let's get this one. All the mats there. Flat on her foot. You can come in different directions, it's okay. Now we're gonna go all around her toes. Get this toe here. Wow, what's going on there? Got it? There. Go around this toe here. See? No matting. She's all good, guys. She's all good. So I'm going to continue on with the shave. I'm going to do the same thing I did a while ago. I'm just going to shave her down with the 7 blade, and then we're gonna do her nails. Okie dokie. Do her nails after.
You don't understand the pain of pain. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nose. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored again?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like writing and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew this. When I'm with you, I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt.
So we're back to the face again. So I'm gonna go from the corner of her eye here to about the center here. The rest will be done with scissors. So just go down. Okay. And underneath here. I'm holding. I left this here so I can hold her head in place. Okay. So now I want to come get a lot of that out. So we're gonna make her smile. So you're gonna just pull that in and run just the edge of that blade over here. You run the edge right at the bottom of that lip. Okay? You make them smile because if you don't pull on it, it'll catch him. Okay? Over to this side. You gotta be very careful, guys. Alright? Come down, as I said, from the corner of her eye approximately to the ear. Not on the ear. I don't do it on the ear because this is a 7 blade. There's a lot of crevices and stuff there, so I don't want to catch that. I'm gonna pull, make her smile. I'm gonna come in, just come in slightly, slowly. That. Go downwards. I might come in and cut some of that. Might as well just get rid of the rest. Keep your mouth closed. Put your tongue in. Come and do that. I'll just do the rest with scissors. Right, so I'm going to do her nails now. I'm going to show you what goes on with her nails. So I haven't seen her since, what did I say, January, March, April, May, June. So it's been 5 months since her last groom. So these nails can be pretty darn long. So I'm going to use these. I may have to use this, maybe this, and hopefully no styptic powder. We don't want any blood. Let's get in close. When they're long like that, the vein can be long and that can be tricky. So we're going to try. See how curly that is? Get right in there. Look at this curl here. Honey, can you come back with that? Thank you. So there's a curl in there. See that curl? I want to take half of that curl off, but I'm going to use these. These won't work. They're too big. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to use these. About at half snip. Snipped it off. Okay. And now I'm just gonna start cutting more off till I can see, whoops, there's the vein. I'm gonna stop right there. See that dot? That center dot? I don't want to go further than that. So we do that again here. As long as you're taking the curve off, in general, you're safe. You want your nail to be like, like a little boat. Just a boat. You want to take curve off. See, if you're going from here, from her pad, you want to take that off at least. Okay? Let me do that. Come in. I won't be able to do it. I gotta do it with this one. Take a little off, snip, and I'll come in and finish it off with these. Maybe a little more. Please, no blood, no blood, no blood. Oh. One more. There. See that little dark circle right there? That's telling me to stop. That vein is there. Her veins are long. So I'm going to continue on. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to clean off the tabletop. Sorry, honey. All right, so I put my stuff away. I'm going to cut around her feet, and we're going to Dremel them. I want to Dremel her nails. Excuse me. I have hairs, you know? Scratching your nose is not always the cutest thing. All right, so I'm going to cut around her feet. Just get rid of all of that little hair there, because I'm going to Dremel, and I want to make sure that I don't have these little hairs there and catch them in the Dremel and then yank it right out of her foot, right? So that, do this, and while I'm at it, while I have my scissors in my hands, I'm just gonna go around and see if there are any, where areas where she has little hairs sticking out. And I'm just cutting around like that, just to be sure that I don't catch that hair in that Dremel. Okay, hon? Got it. Got it? Good. One more. All around. There. Just clean her up. Right, so now that I got all that done, whole body's clean. Let me Dremel a bit, see if she lets me. It's taking a little longer than usual because I'm recording. So I'm just gonna come in from underneath and take a little bit of that off. Just a little. Not much. Soften them up a bit. And let me do the front. It's not long enough. Just love it when I don't have enough. Whoop, what's going on there? Well, that's that. Dremel, something happened to the Dremel. So, it wasn't necessary, but it's just something I wanted to do a little extra. But for some reason my Dremel's not working. So we're gonna go around her head and we're gonna call her dad in not long. So I'm gonna comb this out, make sure it's all combed out, no knots. And I'm going to just comb all around those ears and the head. There's another knot there. Hold the knot, comb it on your finger. Find a knot. We're looking for knots. I'm not combing fast. I gotta look for the knots, so I'm going slowly, just in case there's a snag. See? There's a snag there. See, this cut is a cut that the clients want. You know, if this was my dog, probably groom her differently, but they like her shaved, they like her face shaved, and they like her little flappy ears that are flying all over the place, like she's gonna fly away. Yeah. So this is the cut they want. My job is to give them what they want. They're paying me to do what they want. Of course I always suggest things, but the client says no, they want that, we'll give them that. So she's a 13 millimeter, so that would be this one, right? Yeah, the number 1 comb, Andis, orange. And then I just shorten this out. This is pretty long. And I'm going to pull some of this back so that it can come in the front, because I really want this nice and short in front. Okay, put this away. We got a few minutes to go. I'm going to cut around her ears, nice and slowly. Ear leather's right there. I'm leaving about a centimeter around. You can hear the police officers. What's happening, huh? We'll just fold your ear in half and do it like that. Fold her ear in half. Sorry. Someone's up to no good. So I'm just gonna go all around that ear, holding it, making sure that I'm touching that leather. Okay, same thing on this side. Comb it all out. It's a lot of hair, honey. I'm just going all around, leaving about a centimeter around, and I'm just holding her ear. The ear leather, it could be easy to catch that ear leather. Right, that. Why are you shaking, honey? Is it the police officers? Were they making you stressed? And what we're gonna do next is I'm going to just fluff all of this up, and I'm gonna come in with my thinners here, and I'm gonna take all of that off at the top. See, I'm taking all of this stuff off the top. It's better to go downwards than to go upwards, because you could catch the ear. I'm gonna try the other side too, honey. Bring it all up, come around, take all of this off in the front, on the top like that. All right. Also going to come in and take all of this off on the inside with these little scissors here. That. Do the same thing on this side. Take all of that off. All on the inside. Roll that ear. All that out. Come back in and see if I did an okay job. Back here, I'm going to blend from where she shaved to where it's a little longer. Run that in. We're going to take these bangs out here. The little visor. They say they want extremely, 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 extremely short with no lashes. So I am going to come in really short, guys. They're asking for really short, then I got to give them really short. You got to have a steady hand to do that. You don't want to catch that eyelid. Make sure that hand is steady. She still needs some shaving here. I'm not satisfied. Bear with me, guys, we're almost done. So I'm going to come in this way. And I came down. You can come in this way too if that's not enough. Come this way. There. That makes me just a bit happier. Be able to sleep better tonight. Huh? I will. So now that you have the sides here, so you got shaved and not shaved. So I'm going to come in and blend that in from the ear all the way to the side of her eye, slowly. Just make that match, you know? Blend that in. Right. Get rid of this. All the extra hair. If I wanted, I could come in too. Nope. I'll do it. The template. You want also, you can do the inside here lightly, just lightly, really lightly. Get that ear nice and clean. Right over the hole here. Lightly. Same thing on the inside. I'll do the same thing on the inside. Lightly. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, I'm just not satisfied with her ears. So, see, I don't like that, so I'm going to come in and try to make a gradient, you know, come in from there. Instead of it curving like that, so I'm just going to take some of that off. I think her dad might be right. Alright, so we'll do the top. Over the top here. We want that round. I'm gonna round this out. You gotta eyeball it. Eyeball it. You know? You see the sticky outies? You go get the sticky outies. She's got curly hair, so it's not really easy to get everything looking perfect. Is that curly hair? That's a curly hair. Do the same thing at the top here. But, you know, it gives her some spunk. Huh? Those ears give her spunk. We're going to do this side also. I like to hold my scissors up, right? I hold the dog's head to be sure I'm feeling if she's gonna turn. We're always pressing lightly with our scissors, right? So, all I'm doing now, guys, is just looking at what's sticking out. Okay, so I'm gonna stick my hand in the mouth here so I can come get this. Just don't want her to stick her tongue out. There. Top of your nose, watch that tongue. Nice and slow. Just working all around her eyes. I said really, really short. Ooh, there's a fly in here. You ready to call your dad? Call dad? You ready for some perfume? Are you gonna take a picture? You gonna take a picture? I'm not satisfied with how that is. So right now all I'm doing is I'm just eyeballing everything. She's very curly. She didn't like that I finished drying her hair, so I had to let it dry alone, so it's not always as nice and straight as I like it when doing a poodle head. But it is what it is. We're not competing. We're just grooming a family pet so that she's comfortable and happy, and that mom and dad just find you gloriously beautiful. That's hard to say, gloriously beautiful. I don't know why that was hard to say. All right. You done? Back here? You guys still with me? If you are, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to be with me. All right. It is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. All right, guys. We have to learn to stop. I have a hard time stopping. I'm just going to take a moment here to finish cleaning her up. And I'm going to call her dad. And thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and do all of that fun stuff. And I will see you on the next video. Bye. Bye.